Hello, this video is about how to derive calculated or computed fields in LibreOffice database. The data used for this presentation will be the tile distributors, which is being provided by the course named CIS-107 from Santa Barbara City College. Calculated or computed fields are very helpful in allowing you to use the data that is stored and collected in your database to have real and meaningful use and for real-life applications. It takes your data collected and provides valuable information. So first, let's get started using the tile distributor data in the Office database. Let's make certain that it's present. Here's tile distributors, and it says LibreOffice database. Now we need to know, we're going to query, and the query is another name for asking a question. And the question we need to ask is, what is the remaining available credit balances for purchases? So let's go ahead and click on the Create Query in Design View. And let's go ahead and look at the tables available. We have a customer, an item, an order line, orders, representative, and current orders. What I'll do is add the first table. So I'll double click on that, and there we go. And let's open it to see what are the values that we have in this field. We have asterisk, which means the entire table will be listed. We have balance, city, credit limit, customer name, customer number, postal code, representative, state, and street. So what we'll do, I think we have everything that we need for our question, which is what is the remaining available credit balance for purchases? So let's close this screen here, and let's add customer number, customer name, and the credit limit and balance. All right, let's go ahead and run that and see what it shows. So it shows at least 12 entries here. It lists the credit limit and the balance. And what we're looking for today is what is the remaining credit balance for purchases. So let's go ahead and create an equation for this calculator derived field. So let's go ahead and put that in the field. So that would be credit limit, and you need to make certain that you are typing the fields as given. So credit limit minus balance. That is the equation for the question. The next thing is you need to type in an alias, which is another way of naming this field. So I'm going to say available. Oops. Available balance. I like to call it available credit. Credit for purchases. In this situation, we must assume that the balance that is showing is what is owed, and the credit limit is what the maximum amount they are allowed to charge. So what we're going to do is subtract the credit limit from the balance in order to figure out what is the remaining credit limit that is available for purchase of items. So let's go ahead and run this. Okay, so now you see the field, it has a field name from the alias area, available credit for purchases. It shows me the balance, and it shows me the credit limit. And it seems to be correct. So the next thing I like to do is I always like to look at my customer name in alphabetical order, so I'll sort this by ascending. And let me go ahead and put that in there, and let me run that. And now I can see exactly how, what customers, how many customers have, what their credit limit is, their balance, and the available credit for purchases. And then if you take a look here, number 502 customer number, cards and more, it seems to be that they're exceeded their credit limit, and perhaps in a real life situation, additional invoices might be needed to be sent. And another way to take a look at it is you can put a criterion in to see in the criterion text to see if for those balances that are greater than or less than $500, less than $500. Excuse me, you press the shift sign, then you press the less than sign, and then you say 500 to see who has the available credit that's less than $500. Let's press this carry button again, and we see we just find cards and more, and that seems to be the only customer. But let's go back and get rid of that by deleting it, and then let's go ahead and run the query again. And suppose we just want to see, we only want to see the available credit for purchases and the customer name and number. The best way to accomplish that is get rid of the balance from being seen, as well as the credit limit from being seen. And then we just have customer name, number, name, and what their available credit for purchases. So let's try that. Let's run that query. And we still have a record of 12, and everything is still in alphabetical order, and that gives you a different view. So hopefully this tutorial has helped somewhat in figuring out how to calculate computed fields. I thank you for your time, and again, the data used here was provided from Santa Barbara City College from the course named CIS 107. Thank you and have a good day.